On May 10, 1995, at the Vaal Reefs gold mine near Orkney, South Africa, a 12-ton underground locomotive went into the wrong tunnel, crashed through a barrier, and fell into number 2 shaft from about 1,676 meters below the surface. At that same time, a packed double-deck elevator cage, carrying more than 100 miners back, up after their shift was rising in the shaft. The locomotive hit the cage, and the whole thing plunged to the bottom. 104 miners were killed. It is widely described as the deadliest elevator disaster in history. What makes it especially horrific is how violent the crush was. Reports say the cage was smashed to about 1/3 of its original size when it hit bottom and the locomotive came down onto it. Officials and union leaders described the scene as bodies crushed, mutilated, and scattered through the wreckage. South Africa's Mineral and Energy Minister called it the most gruesome sight I have ever seen. The recovery was its own nightmare. Rescuers had to go down another shaft, travel through underground tunnels, and cut into the wreckage. Early on, only a handful of bodies could be reached. Many remains were recovered in parts, wrapped in blankets, and brought to the surface on stretchers. The extreme heat deep in the mine caused decomposition to begin during recovery, which made identification even harder. Some rescuers reportedly spent up to 61 hours underground, then needed trauma counseling afterward. The investigation made it worse, because it suggested the disaster was not just bad luck. It found multiple safety failures, including that the locomotive had been parked in a prohibited area, and that a safety circuit had been bypassed. It also found the mine had not implemented urgent safety measures recommended after a similar earlier incident. Prosecution for culpable homicide. They also found that if the cage's detaching hook had not opened on impact, the cables may have absorbed the shock and many of the miners might have survived.